Greetings, brothers of Omega Psi Phi. Thank you for tuning in to the study of the Chaplain. I have a special guest with me today, Brother Derrick Gardner. Most of you know him. For those of you who don't, Brother Gardner earned his master's degree from California State University, East Bay. And of course, his undergraduate degree, his BA from the University of California at Berkeley. He received his real estate license in 2004 and has been serving the Bay Area in the real estate market for well over 15 years. He has a vast experience and background that gives him the ability to accommodate clients of high profile as well as a first-time home buyer. And I'm really interested to get some insight from him about this, because I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, moved here about 9 years ago. Of course, owned a home there and some real estate rental properties. But, you know, it's a different ball game in the Bay Area than it is in New Orleans, Louisiana when it comes to real estate. So, Brother Gardner, thank you for taking a few moments to talk with the Brotherhood about real estate and, you know, give us some insight. You know, for me, I would be a first-time home buyer here in the Bay Area. Of course, a number of our brothers, you know, have homes, been having homes 40, 50 years here in the Bay Area. But some may be interested in getting into investing in real estate as well. So, you know, just give us some of your insight about real estate here in the Bay Area.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brother Chaplain, and good morning, Omega. Real estate, I guess just overall here in the Bay Area, this current market, just to narrow it down to where we are today, it is a savage. It is a beast. And that is due to the imbalance of the supply and demand. There's very few quality properties out there, and there's a lot of people who are looking to take advantage of our historically low interest rates. So the bidding it's called a demand pool, which is creating this inflation in prices right now, where there's very few homes, but there's a multitude of consumers. And so you do need to be in position. You need to have your finances together. You need to have your down payment together. You need to have your job history together, and you need to have your work history together. And so if I was to give any advice, if you're looking to dabble into the real estate market here in the Bay Area, the very first step would be to get your documents in order. Get your W-2s, get your tax returns. You know, if there's child support, if there's alimony, have all those, if there's divorce decrees, anything that can be have an impound effect on you purchasing or qualifying for a mortgage. Have those documents, create your file today as if you're going to buy today. You know, start getting your financial documentations in order. That way, when you approach the lender, you can have that PDF file, that zip folder prepared and ready to go, because there is such an imbalance in that it is a high tempo, high intensity market right now.
Okay, you know, that's a great response, Brother Gardner, because I'm trying to figure out, man, why are these houses so expensive here? Okay, I'm thinking because, okay, it's the Bay Area, it's beautiful, there's just, you know, so many different things to do here. But your explanation of how, you know, the demand is so much higher than the actual homes that's available here makes a perfect sense. And also putting all of our documentation in order is important too. For someone like me who's a veteran, I would want to use my VA loan.
Correct.
You know, when I start the process of trying to get a home. So I would want to have, of course, all of those things in place. Tell me this, you know, I have a friend who just bought a home in Tracy because, you know, it's just so competitive, so expensive here directly in the Bay Area. But, you know, I moved here to the Bay to be in the Bay Area. I don't want to go way out to Tracy. So, you know, what are some tips you can give if you're looking to stay here in the Bay Area, but trying to find the best possible deal?
I guess the tip, flexibility would be the main thing that come, right? You have to know your desires and your wants and your needs for your family, right? And your lifestyle, but then you have to have your negotiables. So for example, if you were to tell me, hey, Derrick, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, I would particularly ask you, and I know it's you and your wife and 1 kid, do you really need a 3rd bedroom, or would a flex space work? What is that 3rd bedroom for? Is it for guests? Is it for live work? And that's another dynamic too, the environment that we're in, live, work, play, everything's happening out of the sole structure of those four walls. So people are making that move. But that's my main question, is really digging down to the deep dive into the why. Do you really need 3 bedrooms, or can we get 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath with a loft? Are you open to a condo or a townhouse, or do you have to have a backyard if there's a community park down the street? If you have a dog, an in-home dog, does your dog need a backyard, or can we walk 4 blocks to get to that park? So you have to have some negotiables in order to compete, unless you just have, the 20% down and the $1 million, mortgage borrowing power. Then you might be okay, because that's an outlier. But anything between those $400,000 to $800,000 price range is highly competitive. So you have to be flexible in your wants and your needs if you really want to stay in the Bay.
Perfect. It makes us think, outside of our traditional needs, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, listen, we're going to pick this back up with Brother Gardner. Brothers, I hope you gleaned some good insight, good information from today's conversation. We'll continue this, Brother Gardner. And brothers, look, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon again in the study of the chaplain. Take care, brothers.